Remember that, brothers. Remember that. All right, we're going on now. What verse we left off on?
Verse 24.
Okay. Now, 1 Corinthians 6:16. 1 Corinthians 6:16. We're going to read over there in the New Testament what it says now.
What know ye not that he which is joined to an harlot is one body? For two saith he shall be one flesh.
All right, now we're going to jump back to Leviticus 18:6. That's merely saying even if you marry a harlot, you should become one. All right, let's go to Leviticus 18:6.
Okay. 18 verse 6. None of you shall approach to any that is near of kin to him to uncover their nakedness. I am the Lord.
See, you ain't supposed to go with your aunt or your sister on her side or mother. I'm giving you instruction now concerning marriage.
Incest.
Yeah, incest. You're not supposed to be dealing in that, period. All right, we're going to read the 7th verse.
The nakedness of thy father or the nakedness of thy mother shalt thou not uncover. She is thy mother. Thou shalt not uncover her nakedness.
Yeah, the nakedness of thy father, which is his wife. The nakedness of thy mother, which is her mother, thou shalt not uncover. Why? She is thy mother. Thou shalt not uncover her nakedness. Don't have incest with her. Can you say something?
No.
Okay, go ahead. Now the 8th verse.
The nakedness of thy father's wife shalt thou not uncover. It is thy father's nakedness.
All right, we're moving on now. Deuteronomy 22:30.
22:30. A man shall not take his father's wife, nor discover his father's skirt.
Yeah, that's still talking about your father's, your stepmother or your mother. All right, go ahead.
That's it.
Okay, now let's go to read the 9th. Read the 9th verse.
Okay.
In Deuteronomy.
Thou shalt not sow thy vineyard with diverse seeds.
Hold it now. Now go back to the chapter we're in and read the 9th verse.
Yeah, that's it. 22 and 9.
Okay.
Thou shalt not sow thy vineyard with diverse seeds, lest the fruit of thy seed which thou hast sown and the fruit of thy vineyard be defiled.
Yeah, that's talking about fruit, you see. But we want to go back to Exodus 26. Exodus 16.
Okay. Exodus 16.
Yeah. The 16th chapter. Now read the 9th verse.
Okay. And Moses spake unto Aaron, say unto all the congregation of the children of Israel, come near before the Most High, for he hath heard your murmurings.
All right, now let's jump down to Leviticus 21:1.
21. Okay. And the Lord said unto Moses, speak unto the priests, the sons of Aaron, and say unto them, there shall none be defiled for the dead among his people.
Go ahead, 7th verse.
Okay. They shall not take a wife that is a whore or profane.
Now, we understand that? Not take a wife that is a whore or profane.
Neither shall they take a woman put away from her husband, for he is holy unto his father.
She's dealing with the priesthood. All right, read on.
Verse 8. Thou shalt sanctify him therefore, for he offered the bread of the Most High. He shall be holy unto thee, for I am the Lord which sanctify you, am holy.
That's right. All right, read the 13th verse.
And he shall take a wife in her virginity.
That means a virgin. Go ahead.
a widow or divorced woman, or profane or an harlot, these shall he not take, but he shall take a virgin of his own people to wife.
Yeah, see, it's naming the type of women that you should not deal with if you're a priest. Then it tells you in the end statement that she should be of your people, of your own nationality. All right, let's roll on. Next verse. Where you at now?
Verse 15.
15?
Yeah.
All right, let's
21,
go.
verse 15.
Let's go to 13 now. Oh, no, we read that.
Yeah, we read that.
All right, let's go to, what you got, 15?
Yeah.
You read that?
No.
I read 15.
Neither shall he profane his seed among his people, for I, the Lord, do sanctify him.
That's right. It can't be a whorehopper and a whoremonger. All right. Now let's go to Numbers 36 and 8. Numbers 36 and 8. We'll read it.
Okay. Verses 36, verse 8. And every daughter that possesseth an inheritance in any tribe of the children of Israel shall be wife unto one of the family of the tribe of her father, that the children of Israel may enjoy every man the inheritance of his father.
Yeah, that was the law back then. See, they were divided up in tribes, 12 tribes. They were to marry, if one died, they married within the family, within the tribe. And this kept the things together. And it was his father's inheritance. Now let's go to Deuteronomy 21 and 10. Deuteronomy 21 and 10.
When thou goest forth to war against thine enemies, and the Lord thy Father hath delivered them into thine hands, and thou hast taken them captives, and seest among the captive a beautiful woman, and hast a desire unto her, that thou wouldest have her to thy wife, then thou shalt bring her home to thine house, and she shall shave her head and pare her nails, and she shall put the raiment of her captivity from off her, and she shall remain in thy house and bewail her father and mother a full month. And after that thou shalt go in unto her and be her husband, and she shall be thy wife.
Right.
Verse 14. And it shall be, if thou hast no delight in her, then thou shalt let her go whither she will. But thou shalt not sell her at all for money. Thou shalt not make merchandise of her, because thou hast humbled her.
All right. Now we're going to jump to Deuteronomy 24 and 1.
Okay. 24 verse 1. When a man hath taken a wife and married her, and it come to pass that she find no favor in his eyes, because he hath found some uncleanness in her, then let him write her a bill of divorcement, and give it in her hand, and send her out of his house.
2.
And when she is departed out of his house, she may go and be another man's wife.
Right.
And if the latter husband hate her, and write her a bill of divorcement, and give it in her hand, and sendeth her out of his house, or if the latter husband die, which took her to be his wife, her former husband, which sent her away, may not take her again to be his wife, after that she is defiled, for that is abomination before the Most High. And thou shalt not cause the land to sin, which the Lord thy Father giveth thee for an inheritance.
5.
When a man hath taken a new wife, he shall not go out to war, neither shall he be charged with any business, but he shall be free at home 1 year, and shall cheer up his wife which he hath taken.
Yes, and there it is again. The man goes to war, he has a year off. All right. Now, concerning the woman, if you marry a woman, that law applies today, under the divine and spiritual guidance and laws of the Most High. If you marry a woman, and now a woman marry a man, something happens, you divorce. and she turns around and marries another man, or he marries another woman, and he dies, she cannot be reconciled back to her first husband, because that is an abomination to the Most High. Remember that. All right, we're moving on now. The Proverbs 18:22. We're going to move up into a higher level now on this and show you the kind of woman that a man needs.
Verse 22.
And you men, you don't need to marry a woman that loves you. I mean, you shouldn't marry a woman that you love. Marry a woman that loves you, and you won't have any problem. Guaranteed. All right, read on.
Proverbs 18:22. Whoso findeth a wife findeth a good thing, and obtaineth favor of the Lord.
See, whosoever findeth a wife findeth a what? A good thing, and obtaineth favor of Yahweh, of the Lord. See? Okay. The Bible teaches that the Lord gives a wicked woman to a wicked man, and a wicked man to a wicked woman. So you want a good woman. So you straighten your life out. Then you ask the Father and He'll give you a good woman. All right, let's read on Hosea 2:19. Now let's hold that, but let's go on to Jeremiah 29:6.
Jeremiah 29:6. Take ye wives, and beget sons and daughters, and take wives for your sons, and give your daughters to husbands, that they may bear sons and daughters, that ye may be increased there, and not diminished.
See, that's why you should have marry and have children. Not all these kids out of wedlock. No, we're talking about getting married under the civil government, according to the laws of the civil government, and then have children. All right, now let's read Hosea 2:19. Hosea 2:19.
And I will betroth thee unto me forever. Yea, I will betroth thee unto me in righteousness, and in judgment, and in loving kindness, and in mercies.
All right. Let's go to Malachi 2:13.
Okay, 2:13. Okay. And this have ye done again, covering the altar of the Most High with tears, with weeping, and with crying out, insomuch that he regardeth not the offering any more, or receiveth it with good will at your hand.
14.
Yet ye say, wherefore? Because the Lord hath been witness between thee and the wife of thy youth, against whom thou hast dealt treacherously, yet is she thy companion and the wife of thy covenant.
Read it.
And did not he make one, yet had he the residue of the Spirit, and wherefore one, that he might seek a goodly seed? Therefore take heed to your spirit, and let none deal treacherously against the wife of his youth.
Yeah, treat your woman right, brother. Love your wife as you love yourself. Read on.
For the Lord, the Father of Israel, said that he hath putting away, that he hateth putting away. For one covereth violence with his garment, saith the Lord of hosts. Therefore take heed to your spirit, that ye deal not treacherously. Ye, read on.
No. All
Okay.
right. That's enough of that. Now let's go to Matthew 5:31. Now this is Jesus coming up, Yahweh, and he's debating some of these people. And we're going to show you what he said. Pharisees and Sadducees. Read on.
Matthew 5:31. It hath been said, whosoever shall put away his wife, let him give her a writing of divorcement. But I say unto you, that whosoever shall put away his wife, saving for the cause of fornication, causeth her to commit adultery. And whosoever shall marry her that is divorced, committeth adultery.
See, you're not supposed to divorce your wife because she burnt your toast, or because she didn't wash your clothes or clean up your house. You're not to divorce on those grounds. There's only one ground that you can divorce on, and that's you catch your wife committing fornication. You can divorce her. That's what Jesus is talking about. All right, we're going to roll on now. Give me Mark 6:17. Mark 6:17.
Okay. For Herod himself has sent forth and laid hold upon John, and bound him in prison for Herod's sake, his brother Philip's wife, for he married her.
All right, let's read on. The 18.
For John has said unto Herod, it is not lawful for thee to have thy brother's wife.
That's what Herod said to the king. It ain't lawful for you to have your brother's wife. And you know, he paid a heavy penalty for that. And the penalty he paid, as you read the story, was death. He was put to death. All right, now let's read Mark 10, chapter, the 2nd verse.
Okay, 10 and 2. And the Pharisees came to him and asked him, is it lawful for a man to put away his wife, tempting him? And he answered and said unto them, what did Moses command you? And they said, Moses suffered to write a bill of divorcement and to put her away. And Jesus answered and said unto them, for the hardness of your heart he wrote you this precept. But from the beginning of the creation, the Most High made them male and female. For this cause shall a man leave his father and mother and cleave to his wife. They twain shall be one flesh. So then they are no more twain, but one flesh.
That's in mind, mental, spiritual, and you name it.
What therefore the Most High hath joined together, let no man put asunder.
Now here's the catch. Make sure you went to the Father, you young girls and young men, and pray and ask the Father to give you a mate. Those are the ones the Most High put together. Not these ones that go into the bar, go into the saloon, go into some physical entertainment and get a wife. Then you're getting a problem. When you go to the Father, He knows your needs. He knows what you need, and He'll give you the right type of woman. I know that from experience. Go ahead.
Okay.
What verse?
Verses 9. No, verse 10. And in the house of his disciples asked him again the same matter. And he said unto them, whosoever shall put away his wife and marry another committeth adultery against her.
That's right, adultery. Going with other women is let me read that again. And he said unto them, whosoever shall put away his wife and marries another commits adultery against her. Men commit adultery too. This is you committing adultery against your woman. Go ahead.
And if a woman shall put away her husband and be married to another, she committeth adultery.
All right. If you don't understand that word, look it up in the dictionary. Read on. Luke 16:18. Luke 16:18.
Whosoever putteth away his wife and marrieth another committeth adultery. And whosoever marrieth her that is put away from her husband committeth adultery.
All right, read on. Romans 7:1.
Okay. Now know ye not, brethren, for I speak to them that know the law, how that the law hath dominion over a man as long as he liveth. For the woman which hath an husband is bound by the law to her husband, so long as he liveth.
That's right. The woman is bound to her husband as long as he liveth. Read on.
But if the husband be dead, she is loosed from the law of her husband.
Right.
So then, if, while her husband liveth, she be married to another man, she shall be called an adulteress.
Don't we have a lot of adulteresses out here? Reading the scriptures good and ponder them. Read on.
But if her husband be dead, she is free from that law, so that she is no adulteress, though she be married to another man.
All right, let's go to 1 Corinthians 7 and 1.
7:1. Now concerning the things whereof ye wrote unto me, it is good for a man not to touch a woman.
This is Paul dealing with the churches back there. All right, go ahead.
Nevertheless, to avoid fornication, let every man have his own wife, and let every woman have her own husband.
Yeah.
Let the husband render unto the wife due benevolence, and likewise also the wife unto the husband.
Read on.
Okay, that verse, that's speaking about sex, your consent together.
Yeah. Having sex with each other. Because he already told you it's better for you to marry than run out there with the Harlems and all these different women out there in the street. Today, women have herpes, gonorrhea, and AIDS. And you women, men have herpes, AIDS, and gonorrhea. They say 50% of the people will all be embedded with these diseases in the next 5 years. So you had better be careful. Better be careful. So meet a woman you love and she's not a virgin, and let her go take a test. See whether she have any of these diseases before you marry her. And then you won't bring no disease and sick babies into the world. There's enough of them in here now. And it's not good for you to let the baby suffer like that. If you don't give a damn about yourself, then do it for the kids' sake. Amen. Move on.
The wife hath not power of her own body, but the husband. And likewise also, the husband hath not power of his own body, but the wife.
And this is a bad thing, especially among the women. You call yourself punishing the man by not giving him sex. You're forcing him to go out. It's your duty and obligation to take care of that man. All right? Remember that. All right, read on.
Defraud ye not one the other, except it be with consent for a time.
Yeah, you got to make agreement on that. Not to have sex for a certain time. All right, go ahead.
That ye may give yourselves to fasting and prayer, and come together again, that Satan tempt you not for your incontinency.
Read on.
But I speak this by permission and not of commandment. For I would that all men were even as I myself. But every man hath his proper gift of the Most High, one after this manner, and another after that. I say therefore to the unmarried and widows, it is good for them if they abide even as I. But if they cannot contain, let them marry, for it is better to marry than to burn. And unto the married I command, yet not I, but the Lord, let not the wife depart from her husband. But, and if she depart, let her remain unmarried, or be reconciled to her husband. And let not the husband put away his wife.
Right.
But to the rest speak I, not the Lord. If any brother have a wife that believeth not, and she pleaseth to dwell with him, let him not put her away. And the woman which hath an husband that believeth not, and if he be pleased to dwell with her, let her not leave him. For the unbelieving husband is sanctified by the wife, and the unbelieving wife is sanctified by the husband. Else were your children unclean, but now are they holy. But if the unbelieving depart, let him depart. A brother or a sister is not under bondage in such cases, but the Most High hath called us to peace. For what knowest thou, O wife, whether thou shalt save thy husband? Or how knowest thou, O man, whether thou shalt save thy wife. But as the Most High hath distributed to every man, as the Lord hath called everyone, so let him walk, and so ordain I in all churches. Is any man called being circumcised? Let him not become uncircumcised. Is any called in uncircumcision? Let him not be circumcised. Circumcision is nothing, and uncircumcision is nothing, but the keeping of the commandments of the Most High. Let every man abide in the same calling wherein he was called. Art thou called being a servant? Care not for it. But if thou mayest be free, use it rather.
Okay. Now let's go to 1 Corinthians 9 and 5.
Have we not power to lead about a sister, a wife, as well as the other apostles, and as the brethren of the Lord, and Cephas?
Okay, now read 1 Corinthians, you're there, 11:11.
Nevertheless, neither is the man without the woman, neither the woman without the man in the Lord.
12.
For as the woman is of the man, even so is the man also by the woman, but all things of the Most High.
All right, 1 Timothy 3 and 2. Now, this is very important now what I want to show you in the Bible, brothers, for you men. This is strictly for the men. Read on.
Okay. A bishop then must be blameless, the husband of one wife, vigilant, sober, of good behavior, given to hospitality, apt to teach.
All right, now, 1 Timothy 4 and 1.
Now the Spirit speaketh expressly, that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils.
And forbidden to marry. See, that's what the scriptures tell you.
Verse 3.
It says, some will turn, read 3 again then.
Forbidding to marry and commanding to abstain from meats, which the Most High hath created to receive with thanksgiving of them which believe and know the truth.
All right, now let's read 1 Timothy 5:14.
I will therefore that the younger woman marry, bear children, guide the house, give none occasion to the adversary to speak reproachfully.
That's right. Now let's read that verse again. I want you women now to take this in, as we're getting down on your case now. Go ahead.
I will therefore that the younger woman marry,
go ahead,
bear children,
bear children,
guide the house,
take care of your house,
give none occasion to the adversary to speak reproachfully.
Give none occasion to the adversary to speak reproachfully. All right, now let's go to Hebrew 13:4. Hebrew 13 and 4. Show you what the Lord is saying about that.
Marriage is honorable in all.
See, marriage is honorable. Keep it honorable. All right.
And the bed undefiled.
And the bed undefiled. No other man laying in your bed or woman lying in your bed.
But whoremongers and adulterers the Most High will judge.
But whoremongers and adultery the Most High will judge. And if you men bring another woman in your house and put her in your bed, no matter how you clean it up, that scent, that odor is there. She'll know it. She will know you've had another woman in the house. And vice versa with the man. All right, now, and the Lord said, whoremongers and adultery, he will judge. Comes back to reap what you sow. All right, let's read on. Let's see, we're reading Hebrew. The next one, let's go back to Isaiah 5, 4, and 5.
Isaiah 5, verse 4 and 5. Okay.
Isaiah 54, I'm wrong.
Oh, 54.
Yeah, beg your pardon. Isaiah 54 and 5.
Okay. For thy Maker is thine husband, the Lord of hosts is his name, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. The Father of the whole earth shall he be called.
Yeah, he's the father of the whole earth. And he's the father of the nation, the husband of the nation of Israel. Now let's read Isaiah 62, 4 and 5.
Okay. Thou shalt no more be termed forsaken, neither shall thy land any more be termed desolate, but thou shalt be called Hephzibah, and the land Beulah. For the Lord delighteth in thee, and thy land shall be married.
That's right. That's our land. Now let's go back.
Let me read verse 5. For as a young man marrieth a virgin, so shall thy sons marry thee. And as the bridegroom rejoiceth over the bride, so shall the Most High rejoice over thee.
Now let's go back to Hebrew 13, 4 again. And let's repeat that again.
Marriage is honorable in all.
See the nature of marriage? It's honorable. Oh yeah.
And the bed undefiled.
And the bed undefiled.
But whoremongers and adulterers, the Most High will judge.
Yeah, you whoremongers and adulterers, the Most High said he will judge you. Remember that. Remember that. All right, now let's go to John 12 and 25.
Okay. He that loveth his life shall lose it, and he that hateth his life in this world shall keep it unto life eternal.
That's giving you some instruction how to live. Now I want you to look at the next verse. 1 Corinthians 13, 3.
And though I bestow all my goods to feed the poor, and though I give my body to be burned, and have not charity, it profiteth me nothing.
That's right. And that's the same effect in marriage. If you have not charity, it profits you nothing. You have not love for your wife, for your children, it profits you nothing. Now we go back to the woman and show you the capability and things of a good woman. I think it's found in Proverbs 30 or 31 chapter. Let me see.
31.
The 31st chapter. Yeah. And it's dealing with a capable wife. We're going to deal with the 10th verse.
Who can find a virtuous woman?
See, this is the question. Who can find a virtuous woman today? All right.
For her price is far above rubies.
For her price is far above rubies. She might not be a virgin, because they're hard to find. But if she has a virtuous mind to do the right thing, to do right, then you have to settle for that. All right, read on.
The heart of her husband doth safely trust in her.
Yeah, he has faith in his wife. Go ahead. He has confidence in you, baby. In the woman. All right, read on.
So that he shall have no need of spoil. He won't have no need roaming around trying to mess with other women.
That's right.
Read on.
See this? What verse is
That we're in verse 12. Man.
Verse 12? All right, read on.
She will do him good and not evil all the days of her life.
She's doing good and no harm. She won't do him any harm. If she needs any money, she'll ask him. She won't steal the money out of his wallet, out of his drawer, or whatever. Read on.
She seeketh wool and flax, and worketh willingly with her hands.
Yeah, she keeps herself busy making wool and linen clothes, making clothes. Years ago when I was a boy, women made up their kids' clothes. Pants, shirt, all that. Today the women, all they know is go buy some pants. They don't even know how to patch a pair of pants. You better wake up and learn, women. You know.
She is like the merchant ships. She bringeth her food from afar.
And she goes into faraway places, as a merchant ship do, and bring her food home. Oh yeah.
She riseth also while it is yet night, and giveth meat to her household, and a portion to her maidens.
Yeah, that means she gets up early in the morning, prepares her food for her family, and to tell her servant girls what to do. Read on.
She considereth a field and buyeth it. With the fruit of her hands she planteth a vineyard.
Yeah, all right, read on.
She girdeth her loins with strength, and strengtheneth her arms. She perceiveth that her merchandise is good. Her candle goeth not out by night.
Yeah, which verse?
Verse 19.
19.
She layeth her hands to the spindle, and her hands hold the distaff.
In other words, she spins her own thread and weaves her own clothing. Weaves her own clothing. All right.
Verse 20.
And now they have patterns. You can go buy patterns. How to make a boy's shirt, make a boy's pants, man's shirt, or a woman's garment. Yeah. You poor people out there trying to buy garments to go to the different awards or socialize. Get your material, make the dress. All right. Go ahead.
Verse 20. She stretcheth out her hand to the poor.
All right, go ahead.
Yea, she reacheth forth her hands to the needy. She is not afraid of the snow for her household, for all her household are clothed with scarlet.
Yeah, in other words, she doesn't worry when it snows, because her family has warm clothing to wear. And you women know in the wintertime you're supposed to put long underwear on those babies. Keep them warm. All right, we're reading on.
She maketh herself coverings of tapestry. Her clothing is silk and purple. Verse 23. Her husband is known in the gates, when he sitteth among the elders of the land.
Yeah, in other words, her husband is well known. One of the leading citizens, recognized, respected. Some of you young couple get married, you don't want to take baths and you smell. Just take a bath. Take it every day if you have to. Yeah. I'm telling you the truth. Read on.
Verse 24. She maketh fine linen and selleth it, and delivereth girdles unto the merchant. Strength and honor are her clothing, and she shall rejoice in time to come. 26. She openeth her mouth with wisdom, and in her tongue is the law of kindness.
And she speaks with gentle wisdom, not shouting and hollering and acting like a maniac. Gentle. Gentle. Okay? I read on.
27. She looketh well to the ways of her household, and eateth not the bread of idleness.
Yeah, in other words, she is always busy and looks after her family's need. I read on.
Her children arise up and call her blessed, her husband also, and he praiseth her.
Read on.
Many daughters have done virtuously, but thou excelleth them all.
Yeah, in other words, he's saying many women are good wives, but you are the best of them all. This is how you talk to your wife. Talk to her. Let her know she's the best. All right, read on.
Favor is deceitful, and beauty is vain. But a woman that feareth the Lord, she shall be praised.
Yeah, in other words, charm is deceitful, and beauty disappears. But a woman who honors the Most High should be praised. You got a righteous woman, be happy about that. Be happy. All right, read on.
Give her the fruit of her hands, and let her own work praise her in the gates.
All right. That's it. All right. Now, we'll continue on. Let's get the 7th chapter of 1 Corinthians. Bear with us. Get to the 7th chapter of 1 Corinthians. And let's see what the Lord has to say about the man and the woman. Questions we'll be dealing with about marriage. Questions about marriage. Let's start at 7th chapter, the 1st verse.
Now concerning the things whereof ye wrote unto me, it is good for a man not to touch a woman. Nevertheless, to avoid fornication, let every man have his own wife, and let every woman have her own husband. Let the husband render unto the wife due benevolence, and likewise also the wife unto the husband. The wife hath not power of her own body, but the husband. And likewise also the husband hath not power of his own body, but the wife. The
let me go back over this so you'll get a very clear understanding. A man should fulfill his duty as a husband, as other than just sex now. That's being a good father for your children, a good wife to your husband, supplying her with her food and things she needs. That's a man's duty. See? All right, now. And a woman should fulfill her duty as a wife, and each should sacrifice the other's need. All right, let's read 4 now.
The wife hath not power of her own body, but the husband. And likewise also the husband hath not power of his own body, but the wife.
And that power means master. Master over his own body. Okay. A wife is not the master of her own body, but her husband. In the same way, a husband is not the master of his own body, but the wife. All right, we're going on now.
Defraud ye not one the other, except it be with consent for a time, that ye may give yourselves to fasting and prayer, and come together again, that Satan tempt you not for your incontinency.
All right, read on.
But I speak this by permission and not of commandment, for I would that all men were even as I myself. But every man hath his proper gift of the Most High, one after this manner, and another after that. I say therefore to the unmarried and widows, it is good for them if they abide even as I. But if they cannot contain, let them marry, for it is better to marry than to burn.
Right.
And unto the married I command, yet not I, but the Lord. Let not the wife depart from her husband, but and if she depart, let her remain unmarried, or be reconciled to her husband. And let not the husband put away his wife.
See, he's supposed to be reconciled back with his wife. See? And he must not divorce his wife. That's the breakdown of the scriptures. Go ahead.
Verse 12. But to the rest speak I, not the Lord. If any brother hath a wife that believeth not, and she be pleased to dwell with him, let him not put her away. And the woman which hath an husband that believeth not, and if he be pleased to dwell with her, let her not leave him.
In other words, don't lie. She shouldn't divorce him. All right?
For the unbelieving husband is sanctified by the wife, And the unbelieving wife is sanctified by the husband. Else were your children unclean, but now are they holy. But if the unbelieving depart, let him depart. A brother or a sister is not under bondage in such cases. But the Most High hath called us to peace. For what knowest thou, O wife, whether thou shalt save thy husband? Or how knowest thou, O man, whether thou shalt save thy wife?
All right, now, I want to go back over one verse which is very important. The verse where it says your children, deal with the children in there. Bear with me a minute. Oh, here it is. Verse 14. Read the 14th again.
For the unbelieving husband is sanctified by the wife, and the unbelieving wife is sanctified by the husband. Else were your children unclean, but now are they holy.
Yeah, in other words, if this was not so, by divorcing, your children would be like pagan children. But as it is, they are accepted of the Father. That's why the Lord wants you to stay with your husbands, and husbands stay with your wife for the children's sake. It's a damn shame the way it is out here. Children growing up without the foul images. He's running out with some other woman getting more babies. Take care of the ones you got. That's what the Most High is telling you. All right. Now let's show you a little bit how you're supposed to live. Live as the Father called you. Keep the commandments, the statutes, and judgment of the Most High. The problem is this: nobody wants to obey the divine constitution. You want to do your own thing. The Lord said, "Follow not your own mind, lean not upon your own understanding." Because you people don't know a damn thing out there. But if you read into the Bible, you'll learn all things. Laws, statutes, and judgment. Follow. You're going to be successful. Now let's see how the Lord said live as the Father wants us to live. Read verse 17.
Okay. But as the Most High has distributed to every man, as the Lord had called everyone, so let him walk, and so ordained I in all churches.
Read them.
Is any man called being circumcised, let him not become uncircumcised. Is any called in uncircumcision, let him not be circumcised. Circumcision is nothing, and uncircumcision is nothing, but the keeping of the commandments of the Most High.
What's verse?
20.
Oh, yeah.
Let every man abide in the same calling wherein he was called. Read on. Art thou called being a servant? Care not for it. But if thou mayest be free, use it rather. For he that is called in the Lord, being a servant, is the Lord's free man. Likewise also, he that is called, being free, is Yahushua Christ's servant.
All right, now we're moving on. Let's go to the 10 Commandments and show you, married people, what you should keep in order to have a good or successful marriage. We're going to read the 10th Commandment. I think it's Exodus 20, the 20th chapter. These are the principles. These are the standards that you should base your marriage upon. Okay? If you want to be successful. We're going to read that to you now. All right, start reading.
And the Lord spake all these words, saying, I am the Lord thy Father, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image, or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Lord thy Father, am a jealous Father, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me, and showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments.
How far down you went?
In verse 7.
All right, now. Worship no image. The woman shouldn't have image, or the man shouldn't have image. Should not be going to different churches. Should come to where they teach the 10 Commandments. All that other stuff they talk about is garbage. Going to heaven, see your mother, see your father, and all that. And they know, the churches know they're lying to you. Because you ain't going to no heaven. Your spirit goes to heaven. Your body goes back into the earth. So let's remember that. All right, give them the verse and let's roll on.
Verse 7. Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy Father in vain.
In other words, don't take his name for your evil purposes. That's what he's talking about. Oh, yeah.
For the Lord will not hold him guiltless that taketh his name in vain.
In other words, the Lord will punish anyone who misuses his name. Yeah.
Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work. But the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy Father. In it thou shalt not do any work, thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that in them is, and rested the seventh day.
In other words, he blessed the Sabbath day. So you that are married, get up, take your children to a church that keeps the Sabbath. Sabbath began at Friday night and ends at Saturday night. I'm not speaking about Sunday. Sunday is the first day of the week. Sunday is Satan's day. Sunday is the devil's day. Sunday is the day of the false gods. Means sun. They used to worship the sun god. So they named their god Sunday. The Lord didn't say to keep that. If you read in Genesis, he said keep the Sabbath day. Keep it holy. Tells you how to keep it. You people on Saturdays doing everything out here. And that's the Lord's day. And that's not the proper way for a married couple to begin or to raise up your children. I read on.
Wherefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it. Honor thy father and thy mother.
And that honor means respect. Respect. Respect your mother and your father. Oh, yeah.
That thy days may be long upon the land which the Lord thy Father giveth thee. Thou shalt not kill.
Yeah, that kill means commit murder. 20 youth or gangs jump on one man and stomp him to death. Or these skinheads jump on a black man, kick him to death. Or you Ku Klux Klans hanging a black man, a Negro. And you've hung black women too. You're going to pay for them crimes. Damn it. The Lord said you're going to pay 1,000 times for these crimes you committed. That's why you're catching hell. That's why the Lord is sending tornadoes, storms, and floods up on your land and destroying you for the wicked deeds you have done in the past. You took Israel's name from them. The Lord said you shouldn't have taken their name. And you're going to pay for it. I read on.
Thou shalt not commit adultery.
Yeah.
Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his ass, nor anything that is thy neighbor's.
Now that's part of raising a family. Having your children brought up right. We're going to read some more about that. What is the true definition of marriage? It's the union of a man and a woman to live together as husband and wife, according to the statement and see out in the Holy Scriptures, according to the divine standard that is set out in the Holy Scriptures, the Bible. Marriage is a divine institution. It was set up in the Garden of Eden. All right. It provides a relationship between husband and wife, along with the feeling of security. Because there is a climax of love, and because a parent's commitment has been made to each other. When establishing marriage, Yahweh Jesus Christ did not so only to provide a close companion who would be a completion of man, but also to make provisions for producing more humans and doing so within the family of the arrangement by him. Now let's jump on marriage right quick. Going over it again. Marriage of Sarah and Genesis and Abraham. Get Genesis 11:29. Marriage. Abraham and Genesis 11:25.
29. And Abraham and Nahor took them wives. The name of Abraham's wife was Sarah, and the name of Nahor's wife Milcah, the daughter of Haran, the father of Milcah and the father of Iscah.
All right, that's showing you what went down. Now, let's go back again and show you that marriage after death is not binding. If your husband's dead, your wife's dead, you're free to marry whosoever you will. Give me Matthew 22, 29, and 30.
Okay. Jesus answered and said unto them, Ye do err, not knowing the Scriptures, nor the power of the Most High. For in the resurrection they neither marry, nor are given in marriage, but are as the angels of the Most High in heaven.
That's right. All right, let's get Mark 12, 24, and 25. So I want you to understand what Yahweh Jesus is teaching this thing. Okay? So you will know.
And Mark 12:24. And Jesus answering said unto them, Do ye not therefore err, because ye know not the Scriptures, neither the power of the Most High? For when they shall rise from the dead, they neither marry, nor are given in marriage, but are as the angels which are in heaven.